Here.
You're in
There's
the show,
okay.
You're live. There it is.
We are live.
So hello everybody. I have nothing to do with this. I am behind the scenes moderating this with the chat and making sure everything's going on, but I'm not Chris Hansen and I am not Ryan and I have no idea how to get myself out of here. So that being said, pay attention to those ones, not me. Don't look at me.
Oh man. All right. Well, hey guys. This is really funny. So Ashley is the moderator. She's the only one that can see the chat. So if there's questions or anything, she'll be the one to let us know. So Phil, you want to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, my name's Philip. It's not Philip Kross. It's a made-up name, but nonetheless, hey, how's it going, guys? Glad to be here.
Right.
So I'm not going to, just to be clear with the chat, I'm not going to interrupt them when they're talking, if they're on a tangent, or talking about things. I'm not going to interrupt them with your question. So if you have a question you really want, just keep on sending it and I'll get to it later.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll probably do this separately. Because I know some people seemed like they kept spamming them last night thinking we weren't seeing them. And I was like, I see them, or whenever we did it, not last night. So, yeah. All right, you guys take over, you do your thing. I'm going to continue to try to figure out how to get myself off of this.
Okay. All right. So, hello, everybody. I'm Mal. I mean, I guess you know that if you're in here. So we wanted to come on here and address some things. As many of you may know, maybe some of you don't know, there is a video going around on Twitter, and now it's on YouTube because another content creator put this video in his video just a few days ago. And in the video, you see Dahvie Vanity and Phil and a couple of girls in a hotel room, and Phil saying some stuff that is being quoted, being guessed of what he's saying, basically. He's drunk, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. So we wanted to come on here and address that. Now, I wanted to start off by saying, I'm not biased because, I've known Phil for many years. We are friends. That is true. I'm not biased, and I'll tell you why. There are other people that are involved with or have been involved with Dahvie Vanity, and I know that some of them are negative in the situation, and I'm working on figuring that stuff out. So I'm not going to go ahead and, have their back when I think things are sketchy. This person is somebody that I know is not a creep like Dahvie, and I have seen the original video because the person who filmed it has sent it to me just now, by the way. I just saw it. So I have seen the video. Phil has seen the video, obviously, and he wants to kind of explain his side of things before it gets just out of hand. So, Phil, you want to jump in?
So really quick, I will be right back. I'm just grabbing my phone charger. You see me get up and
the better White Claw.
Yes. Better White Claw. God, I need to. It's horrible.
So basically, if anybody on here has seen my the video that I uploaded to YouTube. There's not too much more I can say after that. It's just I think this is the idea for us when Mal brought this to my attention to do this was so I could further elaborate. In that video, I was just trying to get straight to the point and not ramble on too much, But basically, almost like repeating what's in the video, there's an original. There is or was, I don't know, the video that I saw a long time ago. Because remember, this is 8 or 9, maybe 10. I don't know. It's a long time ago. And there was a bunch of different clips, and it's there's one where I am sitting in a chair at a photo shoot on a totally different day doing a Buffalo Bill impression for the person, Ashley, that's doing my makeup, and then Michelle Starr, which filmed a lot of things for Central Media and a bunch of different bands. And she's once again going, Phil, do the voice. And I'm like, get closer in the basket, or you don't know what pain is. And I'm like, because Buffalo Bill's voice is extremely ridiculous. Yes, it is a horror movie, and he is an awful person, but it's definitely something to be made fun of. Family Guys made fun of it. Joe Dirt's made fun of it. I have many friends that always, when we're at the bar, they're like, do that awful Christopher Walken, or do that Buffalo Bill guy thing. And so when this other clip was brought to my attention, it really hurt because it's chopped and edited to me being, obviously I was extremely intoxicated. I think that night, I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not going to speculate. It was definitely an Angels and Kings thing or Hollywood Waste, or, there was a bunch of bar hopping on Hollywood. I can name Bar Sinister, Loaded, Angels and Kings. shit, you could be at the CVS getting beer before last call and run into a friend and what the hell did I just do? Then be at a house party before you know it, and then you're just partying all night long. So yeah, so basically it in the original video where it's chopped and edited, like I said, it's me at a photo shoot doing my makeup and doing Buffalo Bill, and then later on, when I'm hanging out with Dahvie, which, like I said in my statement, I am not personal friends with him. I don't have his phone number. I don't talk to him and ask him how his day's going. He was in a band that was bigger than mine. There was a bunch of bands hanging out that night, and we ended up hanging out. And for a bit, wasn't super long. And when the camera started rolling, it was my friend Michelle. Like I said, that films a lot of stuff for Hollywood Waste or for Central Media or just for fun. You know what I mean? She liked filming, like she's sober, so she liked filming people being drunk because we acted like idiots. So basically, the thing that's taken out of context is that literally I'm just doing Buffalo Bill impressions, hamming it up for the camera. It's not like the camera's rolling and I'm off in a corner hanging out with Dahvie and she's just filming us. Like, I'm literally staring at the camera. I'm doing what I'm asked to do. And there's a lot more quotes in the other video that, I understand there are going to be younger people watching this that might have never seen that movie and they're like, who the hell is, Buffalo Bill? But I'm talking about puts the lotion in the skin or on the basket or put it in the basket. And was she a great big old fat lady or a fat person? And then the infamous scene in the movie where he's like, "Say, are you about size 14?" And then in my drunken slur, I'm like, "Yeah, are you size 14?" And then the person, whoever made the original video that's being shared around, puts up like he's calling somebody 14, and there's no way in hell that I was addressing the age of a 14-year-old in that room. There was definitely not a 14-year-old in that room.
Sorry to interrupt. Ash Duffy is in the chat, and I just want you guys to know that I did go on record in the chat to say that this is not an interview, nor is it Ash Duffy's interview. So this is you getting to speak your side of this without somebody throwing questions and like kind of attacking you.
Oh, yeah.
So I just want you to know, and everybody in the chat watching, to be very clear that like we're not interviewers. This isn't an interview. This is like giving Phil the chance to speak about something that is very wrongfully put on him, and you guys need to understand the full story. So just continuing.
And also, we're not here to even throw shade on Ash Duffy whatsoever.
Not at all.
Like,
no.
Phil wishes no ill will on him whatsoever.
No, I literally woke up today to a message on my YouTube channel or video, and he said some really nice things about me, and that made me want to reach out to him. And apparently we've met in the past at a show, and we got along really well over like a Danzig t-shirt he had, and I think that's really cool. And I'm about to burp. I'm sorry, I'm drinking soda water. But yeah, that's fine. I have no ill will towards
like they keep saying my name and telling me to pay attention to
also that. Also, if you, for anybody that's seen the statement that I put on YouTube, is not aggressive. I'm not angry. Somebody posted in the thing, you look scared. And like, no, I'm emotional. If I was scared, I wouldn't have posted it. I posted it because I wanted my voice to be heard, because somebody wrongly painted me in a bad light, and it's my right as a human being to defend myself. And so when he reached out, well, I'm not trying to make this all about him. I'm just saying because you brought it up. When he saw my thing, it made him want to reach out to me, and he's like, hey, I'll take that down if we can have a talk. And I think you're a good guy. You're really nice to me when we met. So, but yeah. Anyways, questions? I don't know. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep rambling on and burp again. So.
Well, so I know that people want to. I know one question that I saw earlier in the chat was, who was filming it? We've just addressed. It was Michelle Starr. She's a friend of ours. She is a known photographer in the music scene, the alternative model scene, all that stuff.
She's also my age or older, just if anybody's wondering.
Yeah, she's an adult person. She's sober. She always would hang out with like our group. Like, we're all in the same friend group and stuff. I mean, I've been around her where she's been filming stuff too. Like, that's a thing that people do. They film like their hangouts or whatever.
Also, sorry, my bad.
Oh no.
I was just gonna add. I was just adding to you. Michelle was notorious for always being my DD. So when I was hanging out with her that night, like I guarantee, like obviously, like I said, it's a long time ago, and I was extremely drunk on Jameson. But I guarantee you, it was like, yeah, well, all right, we're gonna go hang out for a little bit more. And she's like, you know, like she always did. She goes, "So don't worry, I'll take care of you. I'll take you home."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She was always my DD for many occasions, whether she's dropping me off at a girl's house, or a girl I was dating, or the couch that I was sleeping on. Because at that time, you know, I was in between all these bands, and I had really amazing friends that let me sleep on their couch. So, anyways, continue, Mal. I'm sorry, I just want to throw that out there.
No, you're good. That's important. That's what we needed to hear. Oh, there's someone's getting pulled over there. That's fun times. All right,
Florida.
so no, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So basically, that's a thing. You know, people misinterpreted what you were saying in the video because, well, it's hard to understand you because you were wasted. And the thing is, like, the first time, you know, people have been sending me this video for like, I think 2 weeks now or something. And I always respond the same. I'm like, well, that's my friend Phil. He was really
Sorry,
drunk.
my cat's
like,
going crazy.
You're good.
I have a kitten.
That was mine last time.
Yeah, every time. So like I can say for my own self, like I've hung out with Phil a billion times, like back when I still lived in like we both used to live in LA, and like he's been to my place, like I've been to his old place, like we have all the same friends, like, you know, Phil's kind of like notorious party, like when he gets drunk he's funny and does stupid silly stuff, like I was saying earlier, first time we met at, I think it was Nick's and Meg's house, like he gets on the refrigerator and like it's like, what was this guy? Like, it's just Phil being funny. He's harmless. He just is silly when he's drunk and says stuff like that.
I remember there's speaking of Nick's, not trying to bring her up into this, but like it might have been that same night where like she has a photo from a long time ago, and it's like literally I'm underneath the desk and she's painting my fingernails, and I'm just like acting like a cat or something.
I think I know that photo. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. No, that's the thing, and I know a lot of people are wanting to know who those girls are and like how old they really are. So, do you want to address that?
So here's the thing about that, and this is just I'm being 100% honest. I'm not, like I said earlier, I'm not going to speculate and try to pretend it's somebody or identify who they are, because I honestly don't remember, and in that video I can't tell, and it's like kind of like what we were saying. That was I'm almost positive that was a Hollywood Waste night or something. Hence the reason why Dahvie was probably in town. Whether or not he's involved with that or not, I don't know. But like, you know how it is. Like you can go to Angels and Kings and you're gonna run into somebody like, everybody. What? All the guys from Get Scared or anybody. Marilyn Manson could be there, but those people could literally be fans of a band. They could be friends from Hollywood. They could be the people that just left the bar we were at, whether that could have been Bar Sen, Loaded, Angels and Kings. All I know is everybody is a legal adult. There is not a 14-year-old in that room. That whole video is blown that out of proportion. If I walked into a room and there was a child in there, I would freak the fuck out and I would leave. Just like anybody that's already talked about Dahvie Vanity has said they walked on a tour bus or walked into a room and they saw something like, whoa, fuck this. You know what I mean? Like, and I also will address that. Maybe I said this in my YouTube video, but I do understand that I say the number 14, and then I'm beside Dahvie Vanity, and I get how people just like, even if you are doing a movie quote, that's still weird. That weirds me out. But it isn't that. You know what I mean? It's literally just me palling around in front of the camera with a guy that I barely even know. And like, I mean, I know who he is and we like play shows together, but I've never hung out with the guy. Even like on tours, you never see the guy. You would never see him. And like, honestly, like any of those tours I did back in the day, I hardly related with anybody. So I just did my own thing. So like, I wasn't like pounding around hanging out with anybody, but I just wanted to address that because I think it's important that everybody knows that like, I am in no way involved with that guy. I wasn't a band member. There wasn't a band member from Blood and Dance Floor filming that video. There wasn't some weird, creepy thing going on. I don't know what he did afterwards. I don't know what he did earlier. All I know is like when I was there, I filmed a clip. I was drunk. I was, Mal, like we could be leaving a bar and you could be like, Phil, you sure you want to leave? Like, I know some other people are going to go down here. And I'm like, well, I probably should go home, but I'm going to continue to go party and just act stupid. And that's what it is. I don't know if that clarifies anything, but.
Yeah, I mean, I could speak for my own self and say, like, back in the day, like, years ago when Hollywood Waste existed, I mean, I used to go to Angels and Kings like every day of the week. It was ridiculous. I was there so often. And, if you go to the photo albums on Facebook, I'm in like every single one. So are you. Like, we're always there. And like, Dahvie's in there. Jeffrey was there sometimes every once in a while.
Everybody, Escape the Fate. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, we're not even trying to talk about just the scene bands, but like, I'm pretty sure, was it Pete Wentz's bar or he was part of it or something? It was definitely based around that. I remember even Loaded, like Whiskey Wednesdays, like, you could literally walk in there.
Tuesdays at Velvet Margarita and all that stuff too.
Oh, I forgot about that place. You're right. Yeah.
Toxic Tuesdays. We did Bar Sinister every Saturday. We had like a schedule every week of like different bars we would go to and we'd hang out with. And like, I half the time would go by myself and just like meet up with people. Like, I just know I was.
You could, you could literally like. But I don't have anything to do. I'm going to go out, and you could run into all types of people, and then before you know it, you're in the hills at a party. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like, that's literally what that situation was and what it is. And I know that also, like, another great point is like me then, I didn't know that, like, fast forward, like, I know that the survivors and like everybody, they weren't coming out at that time, like the people that were previously victims of him. But like, I didn't know that I was hanging out with a freaking monster. I didn't know that like the person that I was like pounding around with and like, like, I don't know if I kissed him on the cheek or I was like, rah, or doing something, like, I didn't know that I was later down the road going to be sitting down with you guys, to the world, talking about how like that there's a video of me with a freaking rapist and a violent person. And you would never know that about him. Like, at least from my perspective. The only other time I've seen him out was I went to meet up with Danny from Asking Out Alexandria at House of Blues for Steel Panther, and I was hanging out with him.
I was probably there that night.
I looked across the way and I saw Dahvie going, and I went to the bar and he came. I was like, "Hey, dude, how's it going?" I was like, "It's going good. I'm here." That's when I was with my wife at the time, and he's like, "Want to do a shot?" And I was like, "Cool." And I was like, "All right, see you later, man. Have a good night." But like, that's literally, like I said, like where you were saying, you could go anywhere and you could run into all types of people, and like, who knows why he was there that night? I don't know. But
well, Hollywood and the music industry is really the land of fake friends, and that's the thing. Like, people would take pictures with each other, and everyone would think that everyone was best friends.
People that hated each other would do it.
Yeah, I've got photos at Hollywood Waste with people I don't even know. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I didn't want to come in here and make people think, like, I hope that this isn't being interpreted the wrong way, obviously, because I don't want people to think like, oh, like, she's just defending him because she's, friends with him or whatever. But
yeah, no.
Genuinely, like, that was how that went back then. That's just how it was. I mean, even like with tours, like the last time that I remember seeing Dahvie myself was on that tour with Jeffrey and Davey, and that's the tour that New Year's Day got kicked out of. And
that's the first time I actually heard, like, everybody whispered things about him, or if you were on tour with him, you'd be like, "What's up with that guy?" I'll say, "That weird looking dude, like, what's his story?" And then somebody would be like, blah blah blah, and I'm like, "Okay, that's what you think about him." But then everybody would talk crap about everybody in every band, so I was like, "Okay, this is just another shit talking thing." But the New Year's Day thing was the first time, and I think I was already back in Atlanta at that point. I got back in Atlanta like early 2013 or something like that, or the end of 2012. I'm not sure. It's brain doesn't work as good as it used to. But that was the first time I was officially like, okay, this is a thing. Like, holy fuck. Like, because I've known Ash. I knew Ash before New Year's Day even like blew up. I knew her like way back in the day because their bassist was in a band that I knew from like Maryland, and she's just the sweetest person. So like, anything she says, I believe it. I believe anything she says. So that was the first time where I was like, whoa, holy crap. Like, I did not everything those people, everything people were like whispering about him, I was like, I guess this is really true. And then from then, and now here we are, and you guys are being like warriors talking about this guy going out here and doing this, and I think it's great. And obviously, I hate that I'm attached to it, but I'm not going to be a coward and not address why I am. You know what I mean? Mal is, for anybody like listening to me right now, Mal is not doing this to cover for a friend. This is not, I did not ask her. This is not a favor or anything. This is literally just wanting the truth to have a platform. And I'm not going to lie. The worst thing I hate about this isn't about me. This is not about Hollywood. This is not about anybody. This is about Dahvie Vanity. This, and like people that are like spreading this thing around about me, they're like trying to find some like subgenre to like another person to like pitchfork and just say nasty things to. And then like I'd say over the majority of those people don't even know who I am or what I'm about. And they're calling me awful things on YouTube. And this has been a really hard day for me. And I'm not trying to like I said, make this about me or be emotional or pity party for myself. Sorry, I burped again. But it's literally been super hard. I almost told Mal I didn't want to do this. I tried to get out of it because like I'm emotionally like wrecked. I had to stop looking at YouTube because people are saying that I've never been so like verbally abused or cyber bullied or whatever you want to call it. Like it's awful. And I have to, my voice has to be heard because I was not doing what these people are saying. Just because you're in a room with somebody does not mean you're the same person as they are. Does it mean you're the same caliber? Does it mean a person? Does it mean that just because I'm hanging out with Dahvie means I'm raping people? I saw one of the good comments that there's people standing up for me, which makes me really happy, and I'm super grateful for that. That it's like literally one of the persons like they say like I did a Google search, and it's very clear that you guys are not close friends or like or anything in that nature. And all it takes for anybody that's attacking you is just to do a Google search and find like the other video, or just to see that there's not one fucking picture of me like, hey, look at my friend over here, look at this psycho. Like it's literally me at a bar drinking with a lot of people. Being like Mal said, like Bill and Ted, let's party, dude. Be excellent to each other. Oh, I'll do another shot, even though I shouldn't. It's literally me being like, oh, sure, I'll hang out a little bit longer. And then a video being turned on, and you hear a voice, which is Michelle behind the camera saying, do the voice, or do it again, Phil, do it. And I'm like, you put the lotion on the basket. And then Dobby's like, put the lotion on the basket. I'm like, is that a great big old fat person? I'm not doing I'm doing the impression now way better than I did then. I'm hammered drunk, slurring my words. If you look at my eyes, I look like a madman. Like when I threw that glass against the wall, they weren't expecting that. And that goes hand in hand with what Mouse said. Like, you could invite me to your house back then, and I would be hanging out with you. And before you know it, I'm climbing on top of your refrigerator or inside of it. And I'm not trying to brag about being a party animal. I'm just trying to like explain.
No, it's very true. Like I don't think people understand like how hard you party. But no,
like
it's
important.
Never anything negative. It's
no, I'm not a negative person. I'm not a monster. I'm not anything close to that guy. And that's what's so baffling to me is like nobody's taken the time to like just think about another way to look at this. They're just like immediately biting into negativity and like seeing who can say the most nastier thing. Like, I mean, you can look on a video of a band and it could be an incredible song, incredible band, and you go to the comments and it's a battleground. It is insane. And people trolling people and saying awful things just for attention or whatever. I don't know. And
well, I think that's something that we've all kind of realized. Sorry to interrupt. I know.
No, please make me stop.
Again, for people who are now joining, people keep looking at me like, why does Ashley look so sad? And I'm like, I'm reading the comments. I'm focused. But it's so... The thing that's so unfortunate is, what people aren't doing during this is taking the extra time to research. Like how that person looked you up and they were very clearly met with no results being together.
They didn't have to do that either, but they did. It's just a decision.
Yeah, and it's just this is such a weird situation because people just want to blame anybody associated with him. And, me and Mal have been watching this happen for over a month now, where people just post information with nothing to back it up, just assumptions. and then they later delete it because it's like, oh, never mind, like that wasn't true. And it's like, you know, as soon as I saw the video, I texted Mal and I was like, hey, like, what's this? And then she told me, and then she showed me where you contacted her. I was like, okay, that makes so much more sense now. And so I've been commenting on people's stuff and being like, you know, if because I keep getting tagged in it over and over again, and every single time I'm tagged in it, I'm like, that's actually not what's happening, and I explain it every time. And I even said, you know, you'll come on soon to make a statement about it. And like today, people who had no idea who I was started commenting me, telling me that I was a pedophile apologist for defending you, and for defending, because they thought that I was on his side. And I was like, if you go to my page, and one of them even commented on it on the PSA about me and Mal's project. And I'm like, do you guys not understand that, like, if you just click on my profile on this page, and it was a page that was supposed to be exposing Dahvie, mind you. So it's like they just want to do things blindly and just start these arguments. They want to blame you. They want to blame, you know, anybody else. They want to blame Fallon. They want to blame Jay. They want to blame Jeffrey. Debatable, but they want to blame everybody else except the actual person. And without doing any research. And it's so frustrating. And like I said, this isn't about me, so I'm going to shut up.
No, please talk.
But no, you're doing good.
It's just, I was getting out of my car earlier to go to a photo shoot, and like I'd already had a kind of weird day, and then all of a sudden I have these people messaging me calling me a pedophile apologist. Meanwhile, the pedophile is my rapist, you know? So it's like, it was super fucking triggering, and it's been angering me ever since. Like the whole time she was pissed off. So when she said you were coming on tonight, I was like, we're fucking doing this. Like, fuck these people, we're doing this. You're gonna talk about your side and they're gonna shut up for a second, because it's just so frustrating. They want a story, and we keep on having to repeat ourselves and saying, this is not drama. This is not a drama channel case.
Yeah, this isn't like reality television. Like this isn't like a staring at a car wreck. I mean, it is. To chime in on what you said is it's almost like what I said earlier. They're not focusing on what the actual matter at hand is. They're like that video, like me doing that impression, and somebody saying that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this, and everybody's all of a sudden like, he's a pedophile. He's blah, 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 blah. And it's like, wait a minute, like, I've never been accused of being a pedophile. People that know me will like laugh at that. They're like, what? What are you talking about? It's like, you guys, it's like, for people to latch onto something like that, especially, it's all right. Listen, it's insulting to me, but I can only imagine the insult for YouTube. The two people that have been victimized by this guy and have the guts to be doing it right now, and then somebody calls you. It's like the epitome. It's backward. It's so backwards. They're saying you're protecting a pedophile, but really, isn't this whole thing about us trying to expose that guy that did awful things? How dare you say that? That's what I say.
They just want more details. They want to add more drama to it, and they want to have updates to the case because they want the shock factor of it. They want to be like, oh, what's new today? What's the new details today? Without actually doing research. And I posted this on my Twitter earlier. I will not stop calling out fake information, even though I would love for every allegation against him to be completely true because he's such a horrible person. But I'm going to continue to call out false information, because if you bring the false information to court, it's going to make us look horrible.
Just damaging. Yeah.
And
that's the problem.
If anybody in here is watching these videos, if anybody in here is making these videos, if you are a content creator and you want to report on something, do your research. Ask Mal, ask me, ask anybody before you post it, because chances are there's more to it than what you are assuming it is. And then you get us three on live stream, well, them two and me awkwardly to the side trying to figure this out. I still haven't figured it out. I have no idea how to get rid of me. I'm just here now. But like, you have poor fucking Phil trying to defend himself on camera when he didn't do anything wrong. You have me angry. You have Mal upset and angry. Like, it's not, this never needed to happen. Edwin is in the chat now, by the way, guys.
Hey, Edwin.
I like the one thing that, like, and I said this in my YouTube video that I put up for anyone that wants to watch it to see.
Which, by the way, it should be linked in the description below, by the way, for everybody watching. Phil made a statement. He just posted it today or yesterday. I'm not sure.
It's in the description.
It's like, it's like I know everything's a blur. For all of this to happen during quarantine as well. Wow. But I even sympathize because I didn't want to make that video with me being like huffing and puffing and be like, how dare you guys say this? I didn't want to come off any certain way. I just wanted to sound real. And I even said, I was like, hey, I understand that if you could be a YouTube troll or a fake journalist, or you could be a victim, the survivor, like you could be anybody, and you could watch that video and be like, he says 14, and that's kind of weird. And I even said, I said that. I was like, I get that you guys can probably watch that and be like, that's a little off-putting. Even if they knew I was doing an impression of a guy that skins people alive. It's the whole thing is just stupid. And like, and when you watch the video, I'm not even interacting with you. The only person I touch in that video is Dahvie. And literally the camera's rolling. I'm in the eyes of the camera. I'm like, might as well have been holding it like this, being like, look at me. And that's all it is. And it's insane that like from just that video, there's nothing incriminating in that video to have people call me a pedophile. Like,
Yeah.
I can call me an asshole. You can call me a bad boyfriend. You can call me I party too much. You can say everything you want about me, but to call me a pedophile, that I don't know, man. It's almost ignorant. It's like, what? You're basing that all on a video of me like mumbling quotes from a movie and jumping around like an idiot, like laughing and acting like I'm in Motley Crue or something. I don't know. It's the whole thing's silly, and I was just being innocent, and I was drunk, and I don't know. There's really not that much to say about defending myself, and I don't want to make this about me. I just wanted, it's also like what Mal said. This is not Mal doing me a favor. Mal can't do me favors. Nobody can do me favors. Oh, you can't. I can only do what I do for myself. The only thing this is just giving me a platform to talk and to I mean, I have the right to like defend myself. I have the right to explain what's really going on. And I understand that after this, it's not going to win everybody over. I mean, I would hope that it does, but like, I know that there are people in this world that still just are going to try to just want to say nasty things and troll the comments and like be mean and choose to believe something just because they think it's like a trending topic or something. I don't know. And I'm fine with that because I know who I am and I know what I did and didn't do. And sorry, I've
The
got
chat is
on a
being
rant.
super supportive. Like everybody in the chat is like on your side. Like it's like constantly moving, and they're all saying nice things about you. So I mean,
Dude,
That warms my heart.
I just got chills
Oh,
because
that's so sweet.
I'm not
Thanks,
even
guys.
trying to be emotional, dude, but like seriously, my girlfriend had to take my phone away from me because I walked into the kitchen and I saw her just sitting out on the porch by herself. And this person's been with me for 3 years and it's been like my best friend. Like she's shaped me into the person that I am now. I'm finally like feel like I'm an adult and stuff, and she's done everything for me. She's my best friend. And I walk out to my patio and I see her crying. She's just sitting by herself and she's losing her mind because she's so hurt about what everybody's saying about me. And it really killed me. And so the fact that you just said that there's people that are being cool and being sweet, I have not experienced that in like 2 days. And that thank you everybody, for listening to me and like, that it makes me really happy. I got chills. So thank you guys. I don't know where to look. I don't know if I should look at that or but
Yeah.
don't try to exit out. You're gonna end up logging out by accident.
Yeah, don't exit out.
We just
That's
got it.
sweet.
Yeah, everyone
No,
is being super, super sweet. I haven't seen a single negative comment like at all this entire time, and we have 200 people watching right now, and the chat is like constantly moving.
That's awesome.
Everybody is saying nice things to you. It's a bunch of different people. I think it's very obvious. I mean, thankfully, I've experienced very little like negativity from this. We've kind of
Very
gathered
little.
really nice, like a very supportive, nice group of people. And I feel like they're all here right now. Like I recognize a lot of, you guys' names from Twitter, and you guys are all so sweet. So I hope that we can keep the live chat this time because I still don't know why the live chat's not loading on our last live stream, because I want you to be able to look at this and see all the fucking love.
Oh, yes. I was wondering what you're talking about. Okay, I get it now. Yeah, that'd be tight.
Yeah. We'll try to figure that out after we're done here. I don't know why didn't happen last time, but hopefully, I'd like to see it too.
With all the technical difficulties it took to get us here, I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
I know
you
you're
to be able to see it.
But hopefully this will stay up. So you need to see this. Like, this is just filled with people supporting you.
Aw, can you like record? I wish we could record it somehow, but
I'm on
I
my
can't
phone.
see
I can't record
I
it.
know. Oh, bummer, man.
This just means all of you have to go to him later and say nice things to him personally.
Yeah. In fact, if you want to go hit up his video to see his statement, you can leave him a comment if you support him, and that'll make him feel better.
Yeah, everybody go
he's
to
been
the
really
link
stressed.
in the description. The link in the description has his video, so everybody, you go there and you say the nicest things to this man, because this is a wonderful human being.
Agreed, 100%. I love that. That makes me happy. You know, because there's a lot of people that are following this case and everything. Like a lot of hundreds and hundreds of people are following this case right now, and I'd say a good 97% of the people following have been like excessively kind and supportive. Like every day. I mean, Ashley I know will agree with me. Like our inboxes, our Twitter ads, everything's like flooded with like really sweet people saying the nicest things like imaginable, and I'm like amazed by it every day. So, you know, there are occasionally some people, and honestly, like some people that may have said some hate comments, they might be people that are supportive of us regularly and still just saw that and made an assumption, you know, like because they're so passionate about the case and so passionate about Dahvie getting locked up and things like that. So they're going to see that and they're going to be like, oh my God, you know, fuck that guy too. So even those people, you know, they may have just not known any better. So,
well, to be honest, and it's like I said, when, I don't know if the Ash Duffy guy is still in the chat, but when I made my statement, I never addressed him. I never meant my statement to be like calling out all the people talking about me. Ooh. I was literally just trying to explain things, and so like I get it. Like I can even sympathize with the people that are just jumping to like negativity and saying awful things about me. Oh, that's my cat. But I get it, because when you watch that clip that's being shared, it does not paint me in a good light. But that's not the real video. That's not how it went down. You had it on your phone? I don't have it. I'm working on getting it.
I have it on my phone. Michelle sent me.
You're talking about the bad clip, the one where it says like I'm saying bitch.
The extended one.
No, I'm working on getting that though. I need to get that, because that's like I said. That. Oh God, Sodalar's killing me. But the lead up to me hanging out with Dahvie, it shows me in a different situation with different people and being asked to do the impression. Everybody laughing, and I could have been drunk then too. I drank a lot back then, but I said a photo shoot, and I'm doing the impression. I'm doing like 2 or 3, and then when it cuts to me hanging out with Dahvie, the original one, it shows me doing the same impressions, and then it shows me doing the other one again, the infamous one that's been edited and it says what I'm supposed to be saying and stuff like that. And and it's like in my statement that I made. This is a key factor to it. One of the biggest things about my friends that asked me to do those impressions is because I messed them up so bad. I have a friend named Chris. I don't even know where he lives now. We'd be at the bar and he wouldn't be talking to anybody, and he'd look over at me like, "Hey, do that awful Christopher Walken thing you do, because it sucks." And I'm like, "Oh, you want me to do it? You want me to do it?" I'm like, whatever, Christopher Walken.
Oh wait, now you got to do it. Now you got to do it, man. Like, you can't just not do it.
I'm Christopher Walken. I don't know.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Good for you. Good for you. It's awful. See, it's awful. And then to like Michelle would always get me to do that when she was around me. Any of my friends that I did that around would ask me to do it. And the video, first off, the reason why it's fucking awful is because I'm slammer drunk. I'm like, it's embarrassing that I'm dude. Even
I've
if
seen
that,
you like that on so many occasions. I don't even want to count them. But yes,
this person, you've saved my ass before for me, like being at a bar and yelling at strangers, like, and you're like,
I
shut
have
up.
forced you to leave so many bars.
Yeah.
So
So
many
like,
times you're like dragging you, like, dude, let's go home. Like, calm down, man.
yeah, and dude, that's why you're a good friend. You've always been a good friend, you know. And you're like this tall, and I'm like this
You're
tall
like this tall, and I'm
idiot.
like this tall. Yeah.
But
People
like,
keep saying you look like Orlando Bloom. Like every 5 seconds, there's a new comment saying that guy looks like Orlando Bloom, and they're saying that you look like Lizzie McGuire and I look like Miranda, which is
Oh,
just
I love
not
this
true.
for us.
But like,
I
you
love
look like
this for
Orlando,
us.
and this angle is very like
I'll-
bloomy.
I'll take it. I mean, Lord of the Rings,
Very
dude.
Katy Perry.
Oh my god, fanfic. Okay.
But like, what?
Love it.
By the way, guys, that is a compliment. Thank you. But like, what I was saying is like, I understand that somebody that either wants, like, okay, Dee Snider from Twisted Sister a long time ago had to go to court over like censorship and music, and
I remember that.
he walked in there in his denim. He didn't dress up, put his hair in a ponytail, and he just sat down and he like admitted that, I don't think he's done drugs, but he admitted that he doesn't drink alcohol and he's sober. And he like tells them when they're asking him like, well, what does this album Under the Blade mean? And they start talking about like sadomasochist, like sexual stuff. And he goes, actually, this is about like, I think somebody like having surgery. And I'm not trying to quote him and say that like, even if he's bullshit or not, but his point was, if you look for something, you will find it. If the person that was listening to that song and thought it was something, it's because they were looking for that. That's what's in their head. If you watch that video of me because you see Dahvie, and we know now what we know about Dahvie, you're going to see that. And the whole point of me making this statement and what I'm doing now is like going, please, for 2 seconds, sympathize and listen to me. Go look up the movie quote. It says, "Hey, you were 14," and that was way better than the way I did it. Then 14, or like you, but like I think that's exactly what he says. But I think in the video, I'm like, "Hey, you was," or like, I don't know. That's my whole point. I said earlier. I ham them up really bad. I don't do them well, and especially on top of being drunk. So I understand.
Even in the video, watching it with no context, it just sounds like slurs and then the number 14. The only
Yeah, you
reason
can't even
people, like you're saying,
understand
if you're looking for something, you'll hear it because the person put text over it that had like a quote like these bitches are 14 or whatever. So of course, if you're looking at that and you're listening to it, you're gonna think that's what it says. But it's
Sure.
so clear without a quote that you're not saying that. You're just slurring and then you say the number 14.
I don't even think the original one that not the original one, but the original clip of that that I've seen on Twitter. I don't even remember who originally posted. A bunch of people have posted it, but there's no caption on that one at all. So people are just kind of like, is he saying that she's 14? Like, people aren't really 100% sure with what he's saying. People have messaged me saying like, what is this guy saying? I don't understand what is this? I heard the number 14. So it's like not even that. So it's kind of hard to make out, you know.
Yeah, I get it. But that's the only part I get. That's the only part I'll even halfway sympathize with, because that is what they're saying. I'm saying is not that. And also, like, it's just not that. I don't know. I can only repeat myself so many times, and I don't want to, like, I'm awful about rambling, but I guess the whole point was talking about the negativity. And another thing that I also get is with the whole thing that's going on with everybody wanting to hunt down Dahvie, and you guys are like, from what I know, are doing it the most professional way, by getting the proper people behind it, and the stuff that I'm seeing on, like, if you like, because when I watched your videos, and like when you were posting things and telling your story, even your Chris Hansen thing, I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And my girlfriend was like, who's that? And I was like, that's my friend Mal. And so this is just like a month ago or weeks ago. But it's insane to me that that somebody could give you guys negativity when you guys were victimized. And so it's crazy to me, like, to think that somebody could say something negative to you. I get, like, somebody like watching that video and be like, fuck this guy. I can understand that. It's fine. That's why I'm talking now. I'm trying to clear the air. And, but at the same time, like these people posting that, they're like pretending or trying. I'm not going to make fun of them. I'm not trying to start any drama, but like posting stuff like that is not necessarily, I don't think you're really doing the right thing. You're just like spreading something that's not true. And if you want to bring justice to Dahvie, I think there's another way to go about it. And like everybody should come together. And, like I've obviously never been, I'm, in that situation with him, or, you know what I mean? But like, when this happened, I was like, screw this. Like, I'm team, like, I don't know. Like I said, like when when that New Year's Day thing happened a while back and they left the tour, that's when my eyes were really open to it. And then it just started becoming more and more and more. And then when I saw that Mal was talking about Chris Hansen and Mal was talking about doing all this stuff, and I was like, all right, let's see where this goes. And then it happened. I was like, whoa, like that's taking the proper steps to get in that, to go in that direction. So I think I'm just basically just saying, I think you guys are doing awesome. And yeah.
Appreciate you. Thanks.
That's it. It's so important for people to realize that they have to do research. Like all they have to do is reach out. Like they could have so easily, instead of posting it onto a YouTube video or onto Twitter, all they had to do was try to find you or contact somebody involved and say, hey, do you know this? Because when me and Mal find out information, we don't go to Twitter first. We don't post about it before we talk about it. We call each other and we're like, hey, do you know about this? Hey, do you know about this? And we dig deeper. Like we were just shown some really, really weird information on Twitter that's like bad. But
like an hour ago.
To the people involved first. Yes. Like I DM'd them right before we got on here. Maybe they replied to me, maybe not. But because I want to get to the source of it, I'm not just gonna post it on Twitter and be like, oh my God, guys, look at this. Like, look at this breaking story that's happening, or look at this interesting video that I found. Like, what point does that do if in a week it might be fake? Like there's so many. We've had that one guy faking screenshots talking to Dahvie, who I called out on Twitter. We've had, this video come through. Like, it's just people.
It's fake news.
Yeah, God, I hate the term fake news.
I know, but it's fake news.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it is.
Just want to post it because they want. I feel like it's become like a click thing. People want to see. Oh, how many people are going to see this? Look, I found this first. Talk to somebody first before you make a fool of yourself too. Like, because earlier I apologized to Ash in the chat because I didn't want to seem like I was attacking him, but everybody was in the chat blaming him for the video. And it's like, stop! Like, we just need to talk about this.
I'm not even sure if he's like the original creator of it.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
No, he put that clip in his video. It was already clipped down. I don't think he's ever even seen the original video, because the one that was going around on Twitter that I've seen, that I told, because I messaged you about it saying, hey man, I don't know if you know about this, but there's a video going around.
I'm gonna get my laptop charger. I'll be right back.
Okay. That video was the clipped down version of the original one. And what Ash did is he took that video and put it in his own video. And I think he put the quotes on it. I'm not 100%. I think he did.
Who knows?
But whoever it came from. So, he made the assumption and he made this thing. So it wasn't even originally from him. Like, people have been seeing it for a while. And like I was saying before, like, Michelle texted me back right before we went live and sent me like she was recording it on her phone, like from her laptop, the original video. So I actually saw the original video already. And I know it starts off like you're in a different location, I guess a photo shoot or whatever you're saying, and you're quoting something, and then it cuts into it again where she's saying, do the thing. And then that's the new video that goes on. It's not, you're not missing that much from the original video, but there's a little bit of context in there. And if you pay attention to the video, because people are saying, oh, it's Jay, it might be Jay. It's like, okay, Jay never hung out with Dahvie, first off. And you can hear her voice. And I know it's her voice because I know her. I recognized her voice like in it, where she's saying, do the thing or do the voice or whatever. So yeah, you'll see that. Like, we're going to figure out a way to, like, I don't know if Michelle has it uploaded on YouTube
she used to call me Buffalo Phil. Like,
your name on Twitter is literally Buffalo Phil. Yeah. Let me just point that out there. Your name on Twitter says Buffalo Phil.
I have a Buffalo Bill tattoo. My girlfriend has a matching one. Like, it's I can't stress it enough. It's me just doing an impression, and you know what? I hate that it's that I'm in a video with him, and I can't stand it. But you know what? It is what it is. I am, and that's why I'm here to talk about it. There's nothing to hide, and it is what it is. I hate that I'm in a video of Dahvie Vanity, but you know what? I didn't know what I know about him back then. I know my morals and like the type of people that I want to be around. And if I knew like if we knew like all like the stuff that we know now, like minus like the stories, the hearsay back then, I'd be like, if Michelle was like, hey, we're gonna go hang out for a little bit, like have fun. I'm gonna find something else to do. You know what I mean? But like the only kind of way that I viewed him at that point was just a band guy. His band was bigger than mine, and I was like, cool, I'll hang out. And he's never, like I said, I've never seen anything. Um, I don't think a lot of people have ever really seen him, because I guess like from what I've heard from your videos and from like other people, like he was super secretive about stuff. You know what I mean? He even like, you know, like other bands I know that toured with him, they're like, he'll be on stage and then you won't see him, and then he'll appear and you're like, where'd you go? You know?
I know a lot of people were asking, like, I mean, I think we kind of went over this, but people were asking beforehand, like, you know, what happened after the video ended, and like, did anything happen with those girls? Did you witness anything happen with those specific girls in the video?
No.
Do you know how long you were there at the time when it was
like I said, I'm being completely honest. It's just like I said in my statement. I was hammered drunk. I don't remember it. I know it wasn't long. I know it was like it was longer than the video clip. You know what I mean? Like you imagine walking down the streets, walking up, talking, open the door, hanging out, and me wiling out, probably doing whatever I would do, like a house party, and attention hog, blah, 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 look at me, blah, blah. And then Michelle, like me, I guarantee you what was happening is I was saying the Buffalo Bill stuff, and she was like, wait, let me get my thing, let me get my camera, all right, now do it again. You know what I mean? And then like I said, like the best way for me to describe this, I don't know him like a close friend. You know what I mean? I don't know him like, let's say if like any of my friends from any other bands I've toured with, or even my friends out in Hollywood, that I'll leave them completely nameless. If they were hanging out at a hotel, I'd stay and party with them. You know what I mean? But like, you know what I mean? Like I was hanging out with Michelle. You know what I mean? Like that's the gist of it. Like I wasn't like, I was palling around with him for the camera, but I wasn't there because like I'm like, oh, Dahvie, it's great to see you. Like, how's it going? But I'm sure like at the bar and everything, I was like, so how's tour? Like, how's music going? He's like, yeah, man, I've been doing this and doing that and bullshitting around. But that's what people did. Like you could be, it doesn't even matter the size of your band. It doesn't matter what band or whatever, like you just pal around with people. People out there, like, and I'll admit that like I was a bit of a chameleon myself. Like I would probably see somebody that I did not like at a bar, and if they want to do a shot, I'd do a shot with them. That's kind of the way it is out there. People like
that's why I moved.
Yeah, and like here, like in Georgia, it's polar opposite. You're like, if you see somebody you don't like at a bar or somebody you don't want to be around, you go somewhere else. You know what I mean? And that's it. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
Are there any questions in the chat going on right now that we should look at, or is there any? What are you doing? Why are you?
Do you guys care if I run to the bathroom real quick?
Huh?
Can I run to the bathroom real quick?
Go ahead. So
I drank an entire bottle of soda water, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm about to pee my pants. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. I swear to God.
Okay.
So like I was trying to be sleuth, like sneaking Oreos while you guys were talking, but like everybody in the chat started calling me out. So I'm like talking to everybody in the chat, and they're like patronizing me over my Oreo eating. So I'm like, I'm sorry.
I just got a whole new package of Oreos waiting for me in the kitchen, so now you inspired me to go.
You got to, man. But that's why then whenever you ask if there's any questions, I'm mid chewing, so I'm just like,
and you're like, God.
Like I'm trying to, and I'm like literally when I'm opening the packet, you guys are talking, so I'm sitting here doing it so slow, like
I love you.
like trying not to make any noise.
Wow, I love it. I love it.
It's like, oh, do you have any milk? And I'm like, nope, just shitty grapefruit White Claw.
I love that. Oh man.
People, hang on a second. So a couple people in the chat keep asking if we know who is filming and that they need names. You guys do not need names yet. That is something that will come out.
The person that is filming is Michelle Starr, who is a friend of Bill and mine, and she back then used to do photos and stuff for Blood on the Dance Floor. I actually recently found, like in the Wayback thing, an Instagram post that I made, and it was like their big flyer, and it was somewhere on Hollywood Boulevard, like near my house, on the wall, and it was a photo that Michelle had taken of Dahvie and Jay, and I remember like I posted and I tagged them. I was like, oh hey friends, like she was like their photographer, she was everyone's photographer. I was gonna shoot with her with Killers Never Die back then. Like she was always hanging out, she was super cool, she was always sober, she filmed stuff, she took photos everywhere. Hollywood Waste, she was a photographer for Hollywood Waste, so I would always go to her and be like, girl, we need a photo together, and she would do like the thing, so she was the one who was filming that video specifically. As far as the girls that are there, we don't have the names of the girls that were there.
Yeah, I'm like,
we're working on it. People were asking for it. They were asking like their ages and their names, and I'm like, we don't know.
Like I said, I'm being dead honest. I can't tell by the video. It's a long time ago, but I know by like the type of person I am, I would not be caught dead with some weird shit going on. I've never been involved in anything crazy like that, and I know for a fact that it's like I said, if it were people from the bar, which I think like almost 99%, I mean, it only makes sense if you're leaving the bar. You know what I mean? Like we're all hanging out. So I'm assuming that I don't know if any of the bars we went to are 18 and up. I'm pretty sure like all bars are 21 and up.
I think Bar Sinister was 18 and up, wasn't it? I don't. It might have been.
I know they definitely ID you when in any of the places you go in, unless you're like a homie. And I don't think anybody in that video looks like a homie. If anything, they look like fans of Dahvie, or they could have been Hollywood friends. They could have been people that worked for the Hollywood Waste thing. I could have been like, if I could like have a better video to look at who it was, it could have been like, oh my God, that's actually my friend. You know what I mean? Like you can't tell. And I definitely can speak for the fact that the blonde person sitting in the front, I don't know who that is. I'm not going to like speculate or try to pretend to identify her. I have no clue who she is. I'm at this point, I'm an autopilot, and I was asked to come hang out. And like I was saying earlier, like if anybody on here that knows Dahvie or met Dahvie, like he's like apparently now he is the epitome of like a wolf in sheep's clothing. He probably was like, I'll buy you shots, and we can go to the hotel bar. And my gullible, drunk, goofy ass, especially then's like, all right. I mean, because the bars are probably closing. And like another point that I want to bring up, especially back then, just to try to paint a picture for the situations that we like friends of mine or bands would be put into is, I think last call was 2 there. I don't know if it was 1:30 or 2. It might have varied from different places, but on that strip,
last call was 1:30 usually.
Yeah. So one of the things that I used to do would be like, okay, well, if I'm going to go home, because I had a friend that is nameless that lived on Vine, and he let me sleep on his couch. Super incredible, sweet guy. A lot of people let me do that because I was constantly touring and I couldn't afford to pay rent in California. But like if you were trying to at least, or if you want to have a beer at your house, and you didn't have any, you would have to run up, like, I guess Coenga, I'm not sure, to the
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven or CVS, or not Coenga. Yeah, Coenga, and then there's another street where there's the drugstore, and you would run up there and be like, and run in and like, all right, I'll take this.
Did that many times.
And then like you could also walk in there and bump into somebody, and they're like, hey dude, we're about to go party. I'm like, all right, I'll go party with you. Or you could be leaving the bar, walking your place, and just
I remember
bump into somebody.
Remember when I dated Kevin? Like
Kevin, yes.
Kevin lived off of Franklin and Whitley, I think, and like we would walk up after like A and K are loaded. We'd walk up to that CVS to get whatever, and we'd always bump into people before we'd go back to his place like because we'd walk home because neither of us had cars back then because we were like young and broke.
I've there have been many a times where I would walk to a grocery store, okay, past like the theater, and literally see somebody and goes, Philip Kross? And I'm like, yeah, that's me. What's up? I'm carrying grocery bags, and I'd stop and take a picture. And I'm not saying that happened all the time. Yeah, I'm not saying like, oh, look at me, but I'm just saying you never knew who you're going to run into. It's Hollywood. Yeah. So in that situation, it's literally like, everybody's getting ready to leave. And then somebody would be like, well, I have an option. And I guess that option was walk him back to his hotel. I guarantee you, homegirl behind the camera was like, I'll take you home, or I'll drive if you need to go anywhere, or like I live right down the street, or you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, like I don't have any responsibilities now. Cool. And then the rest is, history, because the video of me acting like a wild man. I don't know.
Yeah. Are there other questions in the chat going on, or statements?
Yes and no. People are honestly just being super supportive and backing you guys up and like talking about like the bars, like ages and stuff like that. A couple people are consistently telling me and you to check our Instagram, and if you see me typing over here, I'm telling them that the things that they're telling us we already know. So it's just kind of not worth talking about on this live stream, because this live stream really isn't about anything other than what's going on in this situation. So I'm trying to kind of keep it to this.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Just people asking
people
about
in the live stream are like asking me and Mal questions about like other things kind of unrelated to your situation.
Oh, okay.
So I just like out loud to like everybody that's watching. If you have sent us DMs about things and you want us to check them, first, I'm not checking any DMs tonight, because after the thing today, it was honestly kitty. I just saw the kitty on the delay over there. I didn't see it when you actually did it. I'm looking at the screen over here. It's so delayed.
We're just a bunch of cat ladies here.
Yes. But no, after the thing earlier today with like that guy and like people like kind of harassing me and like essentially like discrediting my part in this case, I'm not checking my DMs today. I don't want to talk to anybody today other than like obviously like you guys and like people that I know. But the things that you are sending us that you want us to check, everything that's been said, like we already know about it. Like we've already talked about it. These are things that we get sent 10 times a day. I obviously send us information, but I promise we've already seen all of these, so please don't ask anymore.
Yeah. And I do want to say, since we're on that topic real quick, I know there's a lot of people that probably still have a lot of questions. If you haven't seen the live stream that Ashley and I did the other night, check my channel. It's up there. We address a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, so I pinned it. I pinned the timestamps. Yeah, so definitely check that out. We address a whole bunch of stuff, and we're gonna do another live stream of us two again, addressing more. Probably, I don't know when we're gonna do it, but probably sometime in a week or something. I don't know, but yeah. So we'll address that later. This is specifically about the situation with Dahvie and Phil in the video that we just wanted to go over. I know, like, it's a long video, it's a long stream, but we just really wanted to make sure that it was understood what's going on and give Phil like enough time to be able to say his whole story. And again, he already made a statement, which again, it is in the description of this video here. And like I said earlier, we will find a way to put up the full video that Michelle has, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, maybe this week, but I'll put it in here as well. So, and go watch Silence of the Lambs if you've never seen it, because it's a really good movie. I own it on like the fancy thing. It's like one of my favorite movies. So go watch that.
Don't go out and quote it though.
Yeah, don't go out and quote it, because you might be called a pedophile or something.
Especially if you're intoxicated.
Especially if you're intoxicated. Especially if you're Phil. Yeah.
Oh God.
I know. It's a thing. It is what it is.
If anybody has questions that actually like are pertaining to this situation, or you just want to ask him, by all means, but please keep it focused on the topic right now. Mm-hmm. But people are there's a bunch of hashtags supporting Phil Squad.
Oh, cute.
I have a squad.
You have a squad.
I don't care. I don't care if it's just the tiniest squad in the world. It's just kind of relating to how you were saying I'm not checking my DMs tonight when you said that.
Yeah.
I literally stopped looking at YouTube. I was going to delete my app off the phone because obviously when I uploaded, I wanted to like check the status on it, but like, and I was very surprised, especially today. I saw a lot of really supportive stuff, and it warmed my heart, because I know that even after this, that I know that negativity is never going to stop. It's always going to be there. But I just the little tiniest bit of happiness just to brighten my day, because reading, I've never ever in my life had people talk about me like that, and I'm not being like, because everybody likes me. I'm not being anything like that. If anybody that really knows me, and like Mal and me are like, we're close, but I haven't seen her in forever. I would never say we're like best friends or anything like that. But when we were hanging out, especially back then, like she was a solid friend and stuff like that. So like she knows my heart to a certain degree. But then like some of my best friends that I've had my entire life, they're like my brothers, or like, like someone like a sister. They know that I'm a humble person, and that I'm not malicious. If I get too drunk, I can act like an asshole and be sloppy and crazy and stuff like that. But but like I've never been cyberbullied. I guess that's what it is, and
It's not fun.
yeah, it's not. And like I said, like way earlier, like I understand like some people watching for the first time, watching that clip and believing it, or going along with it, and like I can sympathize with that, because you're like, oh, who is this guy? Because he's hanging out with this piece of shit. What did he just say? And not even knowing that that's a quote. I mean, I'd like to think, even from that clip, when I'm like, you're a great big old fat lady, or a great little fat person. That's the scene where, like, I guess, is it Jodie Foster? And she goes to the door, knocks on it, and is like, "Have you seen this person?" He goes, "Wait, was she a great big old fat person?" He goes, "Yes." He goes, "Yes, she was a large lady," or something like that. That is all that stuff are direct quotes. I'm not looking at a human being going, "Ain't that bitch 14?" Like that's ridiculous. And then also call her a great big old fat lady. Like I don't know. That's not what I'm doing. And that, like, there's literally in that video, there was no interaction with me. Anyway, like I've unfortunately had to watch it 1,000 times, because it was like, holy fuck, I can't believe this is going on right now. But like the only fucking person I touch is fucking gross little Dahvie. You know what I mean? And like, and I don't know, whatever.
The fact you're even able to empathize, though, and you're able to be like, listen, I understand why you guys think that, is very, like, that's like honorable, though, especially after all the shit you've gotten for it. Like, it's rough. Like, no matter who you are, no matter what's being said to you, no matter if you hear it all the time or you've never heard it before, like, you have every right to be upset about it. Like, I would be fucking devastated. Like, I don't know what I would do. If somebody said that about my fiance, I would do the same thing your girlfriend's doing. Or did you say your wife? I'm sorry.
Well, girlfriend, but it doesn't matter. It's like I also said, I didn't make the statement video to, when I said YouTuber, I wasn't attacking that guy. I didn't make that video to be like, whoa, I can't believe this is going around about me. I literally just tried to channel the way that I was feeling. And the feeling that I was hurt, I was sad, and I was upset. Like, I'm like mad that this is happening, but like, I'm not, I just wanted to explain to the people that are saying things about me. I was just like, if you have a chance, when you're done, like, throwing a fit and saying nasty things, can you just give me 2 seconds? Can you just listen to me for 2 seconds? And if you still don't get it after that, if you still, like, after the movie quotes, if you look them up, or after just hearing me say it, if you still don't want to believe it, that's fine. You can live the rest of your life hating me and thinking that I'm talking about a little 14-year-old that would randomly just be hanging out with two grown people. Like, I'm speaking just Michelle and me, and obviously Dahvie's grown, and everybody, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of asinine.
Yeah.
And it's also like the easiest thing to jump to, and instead of thinking rationally, that, like, but like I said, I also get it, because it's Dahvie Vanity in a video. So I don't know. So
and the thing, I've already kind of touched on it before, and I've touched on it on Twitter as well. Like, you know, the reason why I'm so adamant about getting your story out there and your statement out there is because I know you very well for like many years. And I know, like I've said before, I know other people very well for just as long that are more associated with him. And I now have reason to believe that they are potentially problematic. And I would not defend them publicly if they were problematic. Absolutely not. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not a thing I'm gonna do. Because
And you're
even
handling it privately too. You're not just blasting it on the internet where everybody can
No.
misconstrue it if you might end up being wrong about it, you know?
right, I'm not even putting the names out there of who I'm referring to because I want to make
No.
sure I know for a fact. I've been told some information that is upsetting to me, and I'm looking into it, and I'm fact checking. I'm contacting other survivors that may, you know, to see what's wrong. Until before anything goes publicized, I'm making sure that that's accurate. So yeah, it's not a matter of being biased by any means whatsoever. Because even, you know, Phil and I, even though we've known each other for many years, like, we aren't best friends. We don't talk
Yeah.
every day. We talk
No.
once in a while. We were supposed to meet up in Atlanta, but somebody failed on that one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I don't know. I'm not good with making plans.
It's okay.
But
Is it shady in here to you guys? Did you see all that
Huh?
shade that just got blown in?
Oh man, no, it's okay. It's fine. I'm not mad about it. I was annoyed about it, but it's not a big deal. It's fine. But that's my point, is that, like, we're not like BFF. Yeah, my whole point is that we're not
I think
BFF.
I think that the fact, I mean, not the fact, the point that you're trying to make is correct me if I'm wrong, but is to clear the air on the fact that this isn't like some like I'm doing like some biased thing. I think the platform that you two have created is for giving people a voice, but even your own. You know what I mean? I think, you know, it would be unfair if you weren't able to give someone a voice just because they were a friend. You know what I mean? I think that's even more the reason to do it. And that's also, if people want to think that, that's also them looking for something negative, and they just want to like stay negative and like and that's fine if certain people want to like, if they want to take the whole case with Dahvie Vanity and like all the stuff that's going on now, if they want to take it as just like entertainment for them, and they want to like poke at it and say things and like, you know, go to war in the comments section, like being mean stuff, that's fine. There's nothing you can do about that. You can't change like humanity. Like, if people want to do that, it's fine. I don't care. I literally know I can live the rest of my life with people saying that stuff. Does it hurt? Extremely. I'm like when, to repeat myself, when you're like, I'm not checking my DMs tonight, I'm over checking them. I'm not checking YouTube for like a week. And like I got on there and I saw some good stuff.
You don't need to. You're fine.
Yeah, I know. And like, I wasn't gonna like, when I upload that video, that's the only video like I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna upload, because it says, minus what we're doing right now, it says it says everything that I wanted to say, and then this is me just further elaborating on it, and I'm interacting with it. Like, I wasn't gonna like turn my YouTube. I forgot I had a YouTube thing, because if you look at my other videos, there's videos of my nephew and like a guy that used to be a drummer in my band, at a pool with his girlfriend's son, and he's like, I was like, oh my god, I forgot I actually uploaded videos. Well, time to upload another one, and I hope this is gonna be the last one, because I did it because I felt like it was the right thing to do. I don't expect everybody to believe me. I don't expect everybody to do whatever. It's just like, I just felt like I had to at least just say something.
For sure.
And that's it.
So I wasn't even going to entertain this on the actual live stream, but this is like becoming a thing in the comments, I guess. Even though pretty much everybody has already answered this in the comments, somebody was asking to elaborate on why you would kiss him on the cheek or whatever if you didn't even know him. But me and like 10 other people in the comments have already said, like, have you never been drunk? You know, like, this is...
Okay, all right, listen.
If you want to elaborate, by all means.
I will by all means elaborate. I need to think of the right way to say it, because there's one way I want to put it, and I think that might come off like stupid and might be offensive sounding. But
I already know how I would respond, because I've been that person too, man. I'll say what I'm going to say after you say what you got to say.
I'll put it this way.
I had friends or acquaintances.
My roommate has a boyfriend that's really, really cool. Nice guy, super sweet, super goofy. And I had some friends over, like a little small get together, like 3 or 4 people, and like cooked some food, and people that I've been hanging out since the beginning of quarantine that I know aren't sick and stuff like that. And I got to hang out with this guy, and I got pretty toasty. And his girlfriend, my roommate, had to come out and be like, "Get off of him! What are you doing?" I was like, "I love this guy," and she's like, "You are crazy! Like, stop! Like, anybody, like, when I get drunk, or like, and I barely even know the guy. The reason I was doing that is because I was like, why don't you ever bring this guy around? And I'm like kissing on him. He's like, dude, stop. Like, what are you doing? Um, Anybody that knows me, especially at that level of intoxication, I'm going to run up to you and go, "Mwah!" and like kiss you, or I'm going to bite you, or I'm going to act like an animal, or like even Mal said, like one of the first times she met me, like I crawled on top of a refrigerator. I probably ran up to like somebody and like kissed him on the cheek and like, what are you gonna do about it? You know what I mean?
You
Like,
licked Justin that night too. I think you
yeah,
licked
like
Justin's face.
yeah. And he wasn't really my friend like he is like now. Then he's probably like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like,
Yeah.
I'm
No,
like,
that's the
what?
thing.
What?
And
Like, I don't know. That's
I
kind of the
mean,
best way for me to describe it.
when
If
you're
that
in
makes sense.
Hollywood, when you're in Hollywood and you're partying and stuff, like especially when you're like when we're young, how we were and stuff, that stuff happens. I mean, I've hung out with people who, like, I thought I hated or they hated me, and they'd invite me over to their house and like let's take pictures and selfies, like we're gonna be best friends tonight, and then the next day we don't speak ever again. That kind of shit happens all the time. Like
Yeah.
I'm not even exaggerating that. So
I think also another way to describe it too is like I said in my statement. I'm like, I don't know if this is the correct terminology, but I was hamming it up for the camera. Like I was just doing anything that was going on through my like booze-soaked brain that seemed outrageous, I was going to do. But also within the realms of my like the type of person I am. I'm obviously not going to burn the hotel down. I'm not going to like do some crazy like stuff that we've heard about in the past. So I was like, all right, I'm right here. I'm like, rah! And like licked him, bit him, or whatever I did, or kissed him on the cheek and grabbed his face. And then I turn around and I throw a glass against the door and I'm like kicking around and flailing. It was literally just me hammering up for the camera. And like I also said before, if you pay attention, even if you watch the video that is all edited and whatever, it's not like when the camera started rolling, I was off in the corner doing like hanging out with him, like talking and like whatever. Like it's like the when we're rolling and I started entertaining. You know what I mean? Do the impression or do whatever she says. I don't want to directly do it. It's like do this or do it again, and I do that, and then he's like I think at one point he's like mimicking what I'm saying, or he's like just making noises like ah, and then like I don't know if it was before or after that's when I grabbed him and did that. So it's also like what you said too. Like, have you ever been like shithouse drunk before? It's just doing something stupid, and I hope that answers their question. I can try to further elaborate, but like at this moment, at this point in time, I think that's kind of like what my mentality is like, especially when I don't act like that too much anymore, but like definitely then. I'll also admit this about myself. Like out in Hollywood, there's competition. Who's the coolest? Who's the best dressed? Or who is this or that? And I think that at that age, when I was out there, I was like trying to wow out people, or like a attention hog, or like especially if like
popularity contest out there,
yeah,
like genuinely, it's a lot of pressure, man.
And so yeah,
that's all totally valid. It's totally normal. There's nothing, you're fine. You're good.
Would I do it now? No.
Of course. Of course. Okay. Well, hell is breaking loose in the comment section. I'm about to start kicking people. No, but nobody's saying anything mean. People are fighting with each other. Like nobody's saying anything about you or like anybody.
It's okay if they are. If you like want to, if anybody is, just you can tell me. I'm not gonna like get mad and like throw my iPad against the wall.
If I felt like people had legitimate questions to ask you, I would. But people are just kind of asking things we've already talked about, or just fighting with each other, and it's just not the point.
Stop fighting.
Yeah, there's no guys. Like, come on.
Well, this is kind of like what I was saying like earlier. Like, it's the comment sections for like anything can just turn into like
Yeah.
a battlefield, and like I bet
Yeah.
it's cool. I ain't hating on anybody. Do your thing. Like, I used to go on like IMDb and go on like chat. They used to have a thread where people could talk about the movies, and I'd pick fights with people. I don't know. So I get it. It's fine. I know
Oh,
I
it's
don't know,
starting
I'm
to
just
sounding
really
rain
good.
like I
outside
want to be
now.
like straightforward, and I want
Uh-oh.
people to be having like
So there's no
actual
other real questions coming in, just kind of the same thing over and over
Yeah.
again, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a bunch of hashtag Team Phil,
Is
hashtag
Ashley
supporting
frozen?
Phil Squad, 100
Oh,
emojis. Am I
yes, she
frozen?
was. You were, now you're not.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Yeah,
you're
there's a
good.
bunch of just hashtag supporting him, and things like that. Everybody's being very supportive. It's just a select couple of people.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, hang on a second. Hang on. Wait, somebody just said something about Dark Arts Official. I just want to make sure he's not in the chat again, because I'm not trying to go off on anybody again tonight.
Oh, there's a cop that's driving up, probably trying to see what I'm doing parked here. So if I have to answer to him, that's what's going on. Oh no, it looks like
Okay.
he's just patrolling the area. Sorry, to everybody who doesn't know, I'm parked outside of some places because my internet at home is not the most legit, so I have to come out here sometimes. So
You're all hang on, I'm trying to verify. Someone's name is Dark Arts Official in the chat, but it's a different username, so
what are they saying?
I don't know. It was retracted. No,
Oh.
no, that's a different page. That's not him, guys. That person only has 22 subscribers. That's not him.
He did make a new page recently, though. Remember?
It's true. But isn't it Dark Arts merch?
I don't know. I don't remember. It was
This one
retracted.
is Dark Arts Official. Where is? I mean, maybe this is him because there's a banner that has like a promo and stuff on it. But I don't know. Either way, listen.
What did it
All
say?
right.
Doesn't say anything.
I don't know. It said message retracted, so they must have deleted it or people reported it or something. If you're in here, don't make me say it again. You already know how I feel.
No, you're a wig-headed piece of shit. You should leave.
It's already gone semi-viral on fucking Twitter. Like, bitch, just go to my Twitter. You like watching all my shit. Go to my Twitter, damn.
Oh, man.
But I don't think it's really him, though.
Yeah, it's probably not. I mean, even if it is, whatever. Who cares? Enjoy the show, bruh.
Yeah, whatever. Nobody's really asking anything now. Do you want me to do like one last round? If anybody has questions that are legitimate questions, and even if they're just silly, like happy, like go lucky questions, that's fine. Just I've already gone off in the chat about it.
Yeah, let's see what's going on, and if there's nothing, then we will end the situation here. Oh man,
it's a bunch more people saying Orlando Bloom, and that they say that they wish, or Dahvie wishes he had your head of beautiful hair, Phil.
This is a wig. What are you talking about?
Oh man.
Oh god. This isn't about me. Somebody's asking me when I'm making more Sims videos. This isn't about me, but I do have a voice. I am actually uploading one into like 2 days.
I want to play The Sims, man. I love The Sims.
Dude,
Sims is
that's
the
all that I
best.
do. It's all that I do.
I want to play The Sims. That's my favorite game.
So good. All right. Well, you guys they're saying, what can we do to help the situation regarding to Phil's situation?
If you see the video going around, message the person who sent it or posted it and let them know the truth behind it. You can send them Phil's statement. You can send them the link to this video. You can send them both. Or you can just let them know. Just kind of, spread awareness. Same thing when it comes to people that want to help about the Dahvie situation and they don't know how. You could just spread awareness, share our posts, whatever is easier for you.
Yeah, I think also, personal support, go to his video and go comment on it. You guys are all in here with the hashtag support Phil, so go comment on it, show him some love. But I think the same thing as you said, just just send people the link to the videos where everybody knows.
Mm-hmm.
Encourage people to watch Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah,
Watch
encourage
Silence
people
of the
to watch Silence
Lambs.
of the
People are asking if you're still making music.
I'm not. I still play guitar, and I love it. And I write music. Okay, yeah. I write music, and I would love to possibly do it again, but I stopped in 2017 because I got tired of the whole touring and not making money. So I started making money, and I wanted a house. I wanted a home. But I do miss it, and like, to be honest, like, I've met some incredible people all across the world that, like, just, they're always super sweet. People would draw pictures for me, and I always, even in like the last band that I was in, no matter, like, I didn't care that I was the new guy. I've always been like the new guy in the band, and I would always be at the merch table to, try to be like sweet and, I don't know, say hey to everybody. So that's the one thing I do miss about it. I miss the traveling and being in a different state every night and hearing the crowd. But now, no music in the near future, but maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, you'd think in quarantine I would be writing like the best album ever, but I haven't. I'll be honest. I've been eating a bunch and sleeping too late, so I don't know.
Same. That is me. That's who I am.
Do you still talk to people from your old bands?
Some, not everybody, not like the, like, older stuff. Like, it's more, I guess you say, like, the way I could communicate is like if I see them like a picture or comment on something that I post on social media. I'm like, oh, there you are. What's up, dude? But I don't know, not too much. I don't think any of the, me leaving the band, nobody, like when with a breakup, sometimes you're mad at each other for a second. I'd like to say that all the bands that I end up deciding to leave or whatever, like, we're on decent terms. And so, like, there's been a time or two, especially even out in Hollywood, I'd run into somebody and be like, hey, how's it going? And they're like, hey, I don't hate you. Give me a hug. But then again, it's Hollywood, so they probably did hate me and they're just hugging me. So, I don't know.
Yeah, that's how it went. Oh man. Yep. I remember that first lineup. Oh
Yeah.
man.
What's your favorite type of Oreos, everybody?
Oh man, the freaking the peanut butter chocolate chocolate peanut butter pie ones.
Are there peanut butter and jelly ones?
No, the
think
peanut
there are.
butter pie ones. They're brand new. They're freaking delicious. It's just
Wrong
chocolate peanut butter.
answer, Mal. Ew.
No, dude, they're so good. You gotta try them. They're new, and I just started eating them, and they're so delicious. It's just chocolate peanut butter, man. It's like Reese's, but like Oreo. And then the what's the other one?
Oh, God.
Oh my god, I like so many. I'm like a connoisseur of the Oreo. I have every Oreo that's ever been known to man. I have
used to really like the birthday cake ones when they were out.
I remember those.
I like those.
Those are
I like the latte ones that are out now. I have those at home too.
Damn,
Bruh,
you guys.
Don't knock them till you try it. They're delicious. They taste like a freaking macchiato, but like in a cookie. All right.
I like coffee and I like peanut butter, but I don't like coffee and peanut butter flavored things. Like, I like the actual thing. Like, does that make any sense? I don't know. I'm just
Try the Oreos.
Try the Oreo.
They're good. They're really good.
I work
all
for
Oreos.
them.
Let's just assume all Oreos are good Oreos. Me and Kyle accidentally got the mega stuff Oreos recently instead of the double stuff. We couldn't even eat them, dude. It was just
aggressive.
Like, mouth. It was very aggressive. It was just like a mouthful of icing.
The only one I don't like is the lemon one.
Oh.
I got that one and it wasn't pleasant.
I guess that's not that weird. I don't know.
It's not ideal. I don't recommend it.
Chocolate and lemon. Yes, I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't even sound
really
like a good idea. No, it's not
chocolate.
chocolate. It's like the vanilla one. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like the yellow cookie. I don't know.
Oh, the vanilla one? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that with lemon, and it's not delicious. I don't recommend that.
I don't mind lemon flavor, but I don't like the lemon Oreos. It just doesn't work. Like the Girl Scout cookies, I put them in the freezer and I eat them up. But the Oreos, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work that way.
Get the
It's not very good.
sandwich cookies from Trader Joe's. Those are the best thing that's ever happened to America. Yeah, do that.
Philip, you seem like a nice guy, man. So glad you're on the live stream, says Erie, I think.
Hey.
I don't know how to say that.
Hey.
Thank you. I try. I don't know. This is like doing this has been like the happiest I've been all day, minus like moping like around the house, like after I had to like stop reading like negative stuff and then having a hug from my girlfriend. That's like definitely the happiest. But like talking about Oreos and having people say nice things about me after me like talking about stuff makes me feel really good. So it's a nice break from like what's circulating and all the stuff being said and the negativity, and it's a light. It's the positive and the negative. So I appreciate that, man. What was his name?
I don't know.
Okay. Everybody, if they can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, duh. That's the whole point.
Wow.
That would be a really sick joke.
It's like jokes on you.
Wait a minute. Are you guys doing that to me right now? Okay. I knew that this was a bad idea.
My name is Ashton Kutcher, and you've been punked. Oh, I'm old.
Oh God.
No one knows what punked is anymore. Dahvie fans have no idea what punked is. It's a fact.
Dude, think about it. He graduated high school before half of his fans now that he talks to were born.
I know, it's upsetting.
Like, it's disgusting. He graduated in 2003 and half of them were born in like 2005. Like, that's disgusting.
Well, if it makes sense to me, like if there's a lot of people out there that like I said earlier, I understand the people that watched the video and they saw what they wanted to see, and then they started spreading around saying nasty stuff about me. I get it, sure. Like that guy's a really bad person, and I'm palling around with them, so it's easy for me to see somebody say that. But for the people that if there is a young community of people that are saying awful things about me, I bet you they've never even seen Silence of the Lambs. So they're like, what the hell is this guy even talking about? So
well,
that
in
would
that
make
original video, no one would have any idea that you're quoting Silence of the Lambs because
No.
you're so drunk. It doesn't even make sense.
no,
Now it makes sense. Yeah.
No, I get it, and that's why I you know what I should have. All right, so check it out. I tried to do it in my my statement that I uploaded to YouTube. I tried to put the links. I had links for every quote that I mentioned in the bio, but I think YouTube kept not letting me put it up because once I took them out, it worked like that. But I think if there's one thing I could have done differently, but I was just not in the mood to do it, was do the quotes in the video or like do them over again. But I think everybody gets the point now. But like that was also, I didn't want it to sound ridiculous. I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say. Like
I thought you were going to say that you couldn't do it because YouTube was copywriting you for being so good at the impression.
Oh no. What I did, my impression is like extremely shameful. Even like on a sober day, you know, I would probably nail the tonality of it, but I would say the wrong word, and when you go back and watch, I'm like, oh, but like that was, you know, it's true. Like as ridiculous as it sounds, as so ridiculous as it sounds, it's honestly that's what's going on the video that everyone's seen. It really is that. And I know that I guess some people would expect something better for me to say, but that's the truth. And it's all there is to it. I'm sorry it's ridiculous, but it's true. I don't know.
Is what it is, man.
Sorry, there's like a ladybug on my ceiling, and it just scared the crap out of me. So if you see me just staring at the ceiling, I'm sorry. I don't know what I thought it was. All right, so do you guys want to wrap it up here? Or do you want to keep going?
Yeah, we probably should. If there's no more questions, I take it.
Not really. No, people are just talking now, just being nice. It's been like an hour and a half now. So.
Yeah, it's been a while, so we should probably.
All right, wait, hang on. I got to get my microphone ready. Mal, any final thoughts?
Well, I'd like to say thanks to everybody who, decided to join the chat discussion and just, tune into this tonight. And whoever is going to watch it in the future, obviously there's going to be a bunch more views tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So whoever's watching us, whether it be right now or in the future, hello, I'm past Mal. Thank you for coming in. We really appreciate it. Thank you to the illustrious Ashley Lilly for moderating tonight. Thank you to Phil for just telling his truth and being the man, being Orlando Bloom and all that good stuff. And thank you to Oreos for just being delicious. Don't eat the lemon ones; they're bad. Anyways, yeah,
I just want to say thank you to everybody in the future that's going to listen to this. I want to say thank you to everybody for the people that asked questions. I appreciate that. Thank you to the people that were super kind. Thank you to both of you for letting me do this. And even though it's crazy that we're doing this right now, but it's the right thing. And if you wouldn't have hit me up, like, hey, I think you should do this, I would probably just been fine with the statement. But this has made me feel better because I got to answer questions and talk, and it feels therapeutic. And I hope that I hope the message gets across and people, they understand my side of the story and understand where I'm coming from. And so I'm appreciative and humble and happy for everybody that listened. That's it.
awesome.
All right. Well, I think everybody in here is definitely super on your side. Everybody's been so supportive this whole time. People are asking. We are going to leave this up. This is going to be a video that's out there, right? We're going to leave this up.
Yeah, we're going to leave it up for sure.
Hopefully the live chat will stay around this time because I really want you to see everybody just be in here for you, dude.
Well, you have my login, so see if there's a button on there for anything, but I don't know. I mean, if not, I'll just check my YouTube account when I'm back. There's nothing? Okay. Well, then maybe it's on I don't know. We'll figure it out. There might be
Edwin, are you still here? Tell me how.
I hope Edwin's still here because Edwin would know. If Edwin or Shane is in the room, I don't think Shane's
Edwin is
here.
in the room. Hang on.
Okay.
Edwin.
We need your help. By the way, Edwin, I'm going to watch your new video as soon as I get home. I haven't watched it yet. I'm excited to see it.
I uploaded it today. I've been so busy all day.
I'm excited
Edwin,
to watch it.
Is it on StreamYard or is it on YouTube?
Yeah, how do we do it?
Button.
I like how we're doing this while it's still live because everyone's just going to learn how not good at this we are. But
Monster to the chat, everybody.
Did he not? Oh my god!
What's up, you bald looking motherfucker? Welcome back.
Oh shit! Dude, wash your fucking dick!
Oh man, you're a little late this time, bud. You didn't get enough last time.
Oh man, you really want to come back for some more? Oh god. You know what? I don't know. Lemon Oreos are basically like Dahvie dick flavor. No one wants any of that shit. Sorry.
People are just doing the caps on bald again.
Bald! Oh god, I love it. I love that he came in. Oh man, god, you piece of.
Anyways, Edwin said that it's on YouTube, so you should be able to figure it out on YouTube. People
Thank you.
the word bald now.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
He would join. I figured he would. I thought we banned him. Well, I don't really care if he's banned. He can join if he wants. I mean, the majority of this video isn't even about really him.
No.
But whatever. Did he say anything?
We all collectively agree that he is a piece of shit, and this gentleman is not.
Yes.
So.
Yep.
Anyways.
Yep. Did he leave an emoji this time, or?
Yeah, it was just a stupid ghost emoji again.
Oh god, so. Yeah, we get it. We get it. You're a fucking god. Go sit on a phone booth or something. What do you want? I don't even know what to do. I can't with it.
Let's go ahead and end this here because this is just we've gotten everything we needed out of this.
It's done. It was just a lovely little ending to our video. We've got a lovely, special guest that decided to enter the chat.
Oh god. Everybody, one more time, go to the link in the description. That is Phil's video, and go put your little hashtag and all your positive comments there because he needs it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Absolutely.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming in.
Bye.
Bye.
Woo!